Okay, Rebels, today with your assignment, your directions say that you're going to be writing notes today. So the way you're going to start this is I'm going to just do a quick explanation of the notes. You do have a PDF attached to it, so you can click on it and zoom into it if you want to. So what we're doing right now, you've already had a couple of ed puzzles on complex sentences. So you have a little idea of what a complex sentence is. A complex sentence has an independent clause and a dependent clause. If you look at the first sentence, it's an example sentence. The teacher let us listen to music while we worked on our papers. I highlighted the word while because it is a subordinating conjunction. And a subordinating conjunction, what it does, it's kind of like the glue to put together an independent and dependent clause. So what I highlighted in blue is an independent clause. An independent clause has a subject and a verb, and it makes sense. A dependent clause is what I underlined in green. While we worked on our papers, it has a subject and it has a verb, but it doesn't make sense. Look at the next example under that sentence. Because he loves to swim, comma, my brother wants to go to the lake. I underlined in green because he loves to swim. That is a dependent clause. It has a subject and a verb, but doesn't make sense. It sounds like it's missing a detail. I highlighted the word because it's a subordinating conjunction. I highlighted the part in blue, my brother wants to go to the lake, because it's an independent clause. We have a subject and a verb, and it makes sense. So in other words, a dependent clause is a phrase, a clause that doesn't make sense. An independent clause is a phrase or clause that makes sense. It's a complete sentence. So under it, you have a list of awubis. You have a list of awubis. So if I put all these first letters together, it spells out awubis. These are all called subordinating conjunctions. If you notice, for example, the word because, it's on this list under the letter B. I am recommending that you memorize these words for the Writing Star test so that way you can easily identify complex sentences. One thing, last thing I want to add is that in these two examples, I want to point out that one sentence, number 2, has a comma. You only have a comma in a complex sentence when your dependent clause comes first. And in your first sentence, your subordinating conjunction that is in your dependent clause comes last, so it doesn't need a comma. So those are two differences. When on Monday, you're going to have more complex sentence notes, and I'm going to get a little bit more deeper with those details. So again, what you're going to do is you are going to open your writing journal to your table of contents. You're going to add the title Complex Sentences Notes and whatever page you are using in your book. You are going to copy all the notes from the word example all the way down to the last word of the list. You are going to use colored pens, highlighters, colored pencils to highlight what I've highlighted exactly. Once you are done, that you have written it exactly the way I have it with best handwriting, you are going to take the best picture of your notes and put it onto the Google Slides that are attached to the assignment. If there are any questions, you can go ahead and email me or send me a message on Schoology. Now go ahead and go into your writing journal, table of contents, and do the instructions I just said.